If you look very deeply, it will not seem like this. If we see the biggest scientist of the world, we will be very surprised. Archimedes was solving a question which could not be solved. He was in deep trouble. The king has said, bring it only after solving it. Archimedes' entire reputation rested on solving this. But he got tired. Every day a message comes from the king asking, when will you solve it? Someone had presented a very precocious gold ornaments to the king. But the king suspected that he had been cheated and founded some of the gold. But without destroying the ornaments, it has to be found that no other metal has been founded in it. Now till that the time there was no way to know, and the jewelry was bigger. If something is inserted somewhere in the middle of it, then the weight was definitely increased. Archimedes became tired and upset. Then one morning he is lying in his tub, lying down. That is, suddenly he was naked. The question was solved. Run. Forgot had Archimedes been there, he would never have forgotten that I am naked. Come on road and starting shouting, Eureka, Eureka, found, and run towards the palace. People asked, what are you doing? Will you reach naked in front of the king? He said, but I didn't even think about it. Came back to home. This man who reached the road naked, it was not Archimedes. Archimedes could not reach the road. This was not the person and the questions that was resolved. It was not resolved in the consciousness of the individual. It was resolved in impersonal consciousness. He was lying in the bathroom in his tub. Relaxed meditation decreased. Went inside, the question was solved. The tub solved the questions which was not solved by itself. Will the tub solve the questions what was not resolved by itself? Will it be resolved by lying in water? Does not. Does lying the water increase intelligence? What was not solved by wearing clothes will be solved by being naked. No, something else has happened. The person no longer exists for some times. He has become a person. It got lost in the source of Brahmas for some times. If we read the experience of all the greatest scientists of the world, Einstein's, Max Planck's, Edison, then the experience of all them, that whatever we have not know, it has always happened that when we knew, we were not there and knowing happened. This acts of Upanishads. says that what the sex, the Vedas, this was what Muhammad says, this is what Jesus says. If we say that the Vedas are a Purusha, then it has no other meaning. It does not means that the God descended and wrote the book. There is no need to talk about such madness. A Purusha only means that the man on whom this incident happened was not present at that time. I was not present at that time when this incident happened, when this Upanishad versa was revealed to someone, and when this Quran was revealed to Muhammad Paigambar, and when these Bible words were revealed to Jesus, they were not present. The experience of religions and science are not different. Cannot be, because if any truth is revealed in science, then the path of its descent in the same as the descent in religion. Which is the path of descent of religions? There is only way for truth to descend. When there is no presence, then the truth descended from God. A space becomes empty within us. A truth enters the empty space. In any way in the world, whatever a musician, a painter, a poet, a scientist, a religious person, a mystic, whoever has founded some rays of truth in the world has found it only when he himself were not. This religion came to the mind long ago. But the experience of religions is 10,000 years old. In the 10,000th year, the religious fakirs, religious sant, religious yogis realized that he is not me. This is the very difficult things. When something from God comes within you for the first times, then it is very difficult to differentiate whatever it's your or God. When it comes from the first times, the mind waving, that it will be mine, and the ego also desired that should be mine. But slowly, gradually, when both the things become so clear and know that there is no coordinations between you and the truth, then the gap is visible. The destiny is visible. The age of science is new, just 320 years. But this science has become humble in the last 300 years. 50 years ago, the scientists used to say that the discovered, what we discovered, doesn't say today. Today he says everything seems behind our capacity. Today scientist is speaking in the same language of mysticism, in the same language of mystery as the sun spoke. So don't rush another 100 years, and the scientist will speak actually the same language that Upanishad speaks. We will have the same language of Buddha speaks. One has so speaks the same language of that's Augustine's and the Francis speaks. You have to speak. It is to be said because the deeper the experience of the truth, the less experience of a person's, and the more the truth is revolved, the more the ego absorbs, and the only day is revealed. That's whatever have been knows is prasad, that grace. He has descended. I am not it in that. And whatever I did know, the responsibility in minds because I was too strong to know. I was so deep that the truth could not come out. The truth descends into an empty mind, and the empty mind in untruth is to be removed. Then the presence of a necessary. The pursuits of the science will not be hindered. Whatever discover has been made has also been made due to the connections with unknown, done with dedications, and whatever research will be done in future, it will be also done thought a dedication apart from the door of surrender. The truth has never comes from any other door, nor can it comes.